Hi there, everyone. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you today. It is currently the 22nd of May 2014, and as you see on the screen here, I have this screen zoomed back quite a bit. Main reason is we have a lot to talk about today, so I'm just going to give you a quick heads up of what I'm planning on diving into. First and foremost, our tropical depression in the Bay of Bengal. It's 92B, was an Invest 92B. Now, not a deep depression. It's not a cyclone, so still hasn't gotten a name. But it is our top tropical system out here. Also, yesterday, the Philippines, you've seen some hail into southern China, heavy rainfall, over 400 millimeters in the past several days across Taiwan, and Japan continues to get impacted by some high winds and that threat of some afternoon thunderstorms if you're in and around the Tokyo area. So let's talk about this, get into what is happening over towards the Bay of Bengal. As I said before, and we do have a tropical depression. It's a pretty weak one. The JTWC does have a TCFA out on this, and what that means basically is that in the next, well, I guess into the next 24 hours, they expect it to become a tropical depression. And if that happens, they will put out a track on this storm system. As far as it becoming a named storm, I still think it's pretty low. Like I said, the Indian Meteorological Agency has stated their depression over the Bay of Bengal remains practically stationary. And they also were saying there is the chance of it becoming a depression, but not quite a cyclone as well. And they don't have a track out on this either, so staying pretty weak. The main threat with this, I think at this time, and let's go ahead and zoom in on our storm system over here, is that it is going to be pumping some moisture onshore, mostly for Bangladesh and western seaboards of Myanmar. Model outlooks, though, I do think they are displacing the initialization of the convection. If we take a look at the ECMWF, it actually has most of the convection with this storm system closer towards Myanmar, the precipitation as well. I think it's overdoing the precipitation, but there is still that threat of some of these areas seeing that heavy rain still, and I think there is a threat of some flooding, but it's only going to be on Thursday night through Friday for the time being until this storm system gets more organized, if it does, because vertical wind shear just playing a big toll on this. And if we take a look actually at the upper level winds with this model outlook, I'll scroll right here. See all these winds are continuing to roll in from the east. That's called vertical wind shear, and it's causing a little bit of disruption with this storm system, and I don't see it getting its act together, and I don't see it really becoming all that organized. That's typical with storms that are embedded within the southwest monsoon out here in the Bay of Bengal. Once you start getting the monsoon turned on, this just gets tore apart. And actually, for your monsoonal update, really quick, here's a look at where it is right now, and just still out there, the Bay of Bengal. But I think the big thing with this storm is that it is going to be kicking it along and pushing it a little bit farther there towards the west if this low pressure system does tend to drift off there towards the north into the Bangladesh area. The monsoon will soon follow, and you take a look, actually, this is the model outlook heading out towards Sunday into Monday, and you can see the strong winds already starting to push on shore for eastern India all the way off there towards northern India and Bangladesh, and that's going to usher in some rain showers there for you. So rainy season really just in place with this, but I don't expect this depression to become anything named or all too organized. All right, let's pull back the picture again, move to the next thing I mentioned, into the Philippines. Hey, I'll hear for you. If you like snow, you didn't get snow. You got hail. Hail is not snow, not sleet. It's caused by the dramatic updrafts and downdrafts within a thunderstorm. Remember, thunderstorms are formed by convection, so the more updrafts you get, the stronger the storm is, but any rain that falls, it tends to get lift back up. It freezes above the freezing line and it falls again. And what we saw yesterday is enough of that happening to get some hail about that size in eastern portions of Manila. Not in the metro Manila area, just outside towards the east. So some of you felt some pretty nasty weather out here. Still that thunderstorm threat. This is a graphic by Lexter. This guy making some great graphics out here, by the way. Check out the Facebook page. He just put some awesome stuff together. Really appreciate it. Yeah, high chance of thunderstorms, isolated storms still expected into the Metro Manila area on Thursday and Friday. Cautionary members definitely want to bring an umbrella. Thunderstorms are really expected into the afternoon, the evening hours. 100% agree with that. Daytime heating kicks in, and it just makes for some, well, unsettled scenarios with this storm system. And when that happens, you start to see some strong storms, especially into the afternoon, the evening hours. Once we start to get that southwest monsoon coming in, I expect these storms to be a little bit more, how do you say, widespread, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So we're getting into the rainy season here into the Philippines. I'm talking because I'm trying to pull up the animation of the grads animation here from Bagasa, just showing you where the heaviest showers are expected to be here. Northern Luzon down towards the southwest of Cagayan as well. You're going to be looking at that rough weather here throughout the day on the 22nd and also over towards the 23rd as well. So keep an eye on this. Even around the Metro Manila area, though, a few storms very well could flare up during your afternoon hours. All right, let's pull back the picture again. Let's get back to it. Let's talk about what's going back off here towards the north, or at least going on for those of you in the Taiwan. Look at this low actually forming up there in the Taiwan Strait. That's the last thing you need here for you. Actually, take a look at this. Heavy rain warning still in effect for Taipei down towards the south, all along the western seaboards. I mean, if we take a look at that rainfall, most of it is pushing onshore on the western seaboards, and that is the biggest problem because you get all this occurring, especially off here towards the north. Remember, there's a big island chain in the center of Taiwan, and then you see that threat of not only flooding but also landslides in some of these steeper elevations. These mountains just are just so tall and sharp, and they just squeeze these cloud cover out like a sponge, and sometimes you get just an incredible amount of rainfall. Observations in Taipei: 416 millimeters in the past 72 hours. Take a look at this. Then that past 24 hours out here for you into Taipei, you start to see some rain totals. I mean, over 300 millimeters. All right, my mic shut off there. Over 300 millimeters alone in and around the metro area of Taipei. This is more than just keep an umbrella ready, but make sure you wear the rain boots, as the flooding threat is definitely there. Not due to just one particularly strong storm system, but this persistent rain, which has been impacting those of you out here for some time now. So definitely stay dry with this one. Unfortunately, as far as the forecast is concerned, it is the rainy season, and I don't want to beat a dead horse on that, but it is continuing to linger. We do have another low forming up, and going into the weekend, that's going to spit off there towards the east, impacting Naha. But until that happens, I mean, this is still by Friday night. We're seeing the heavy rainfall in and around Taipei. And unfortunately, for those of you in Taipei, you're kind of getting two sides of the storm system, because on Thursday, the rain's coming in from this, and then on Friday and the Saturday, it's coming in from the east, but the mountains aren't there to stop it. If you're on the western seaboards, it'll let off, but Taipei, you're still going to see those showers. And then even extending over towards Saturday and Sunday, you get a little bit of a break, but then by next week, another low is going to start to form up and come into your direction. That's the rainy season for you, and that is really the big topic out there. Take a look at this. By Monday, another storm coming across much of Japan. We'll talk about that later on, but for now, this is the big topic on Thursday and Friday. High wind advisories in place for most of Hokkaido down through to Tokyo as well. Some areas have seen over 100 kilometer per hour winds. This low pressure system just roughed up most of Japan with just rough rain and just lots of rain, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Some areas have seen over 300 millimeters of total rainfall, and we're still going to be seeing these high winds throughout the day on Thursday, but the good news, Friday and the Saturday, it's going to let up, and actually looking at some decent weather. I think the biggest topic, though, is afternoon thunderstorms flaring up into Tokyo. Main reason is you got to imagine how much cold air this low is pulling down from the north, plus take a look at the upper level jet. Look how deep this dips down. So we have a lot of cold air spilling in behind this low pressure system. Then we're going to talk about some surface heating as we go ahead through the afternoon hours on Thursday. So there is that threat, I do believe, of some thunderstorms flaring up here. And a few of them could become quite strong. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on that if you are out here in and across the Kanto plain there of Japan. All right, everybody, that is all for right now. Please check the website. Put out about 5-6 articles yesterday and everything going on out here. This is just a quick run through of everything. If you followed all the way through, let me know. I always appreciate that. I'm getting the feeling like these updates, since we don't have anything to gear around completely, particular storm system, people aren't watching them all the way through. So let me know if you are, please. I really appreciate the feedback. And as always, stay safe out there. Thanks for watching.